So I just pulled into this gas station to get gas, and I happened to see Kyle Walker with the Orange City Police Department parked over on the side of the road. You may remember he is one of two officers, Kyle Walker and Shadrach King, that initially got my attention to this agency by very clearly and on video violating my rights. And keep watching, this is actually pretty funny. I've made numerous attempts to have a conversation with Kyle Walker, just a friendly, cordial conversation about this violation, to ensure he is at least now educated, if he wasn't before, on our Fourth Amendment rights. Every single time he has seen me, he runs away. He will not face it. He knows that he messed up, and his ego will not allow him to be big enough to face it. It's become ridiculous and humorous at this point, and you're about to see him act like a dog who has pooped on your carpet and you just came home and found it. You know how the dog tries not to make eye contact? Maybe you'll think it's not there.
Hey, Kyle! Hey, Kyle! Hey, Kyle! You won't even look at me? He was parked there. That's Kyle. And he saw me coming. And then he quickly got out of here. He won't even look at me. Look where I'm standing, right here on the side of the road. He won't even look at me. Kyle! Kyle! We just gotta face things, man. Kyle, we gotta face things. Right? We can't run away all the time, Kyle. We can't run away all the time, Kyle. That's what he does.
Today we're at the Orange City Police Department in Florida. I've been trying to locate Officer Presley, and I see his vehicle here because I like to expose the bad and highlight the good. If you remember, Officer Presley was the first one able to answer the 5 elements of the First Amendment of the Constitution. He gave me at least 4 of them and had a very good attitude and a willingness to talk to the public. And I typed up and turned in a commendation for him that's supposed to go in his file. But the chief of police there, Wayne Miller, says he won't accept complaints from citizens with cameras. So I was worried he wouldn't accept a commendation from a citizen with a camera. This is the chief's vehicle here. I just want to check out the tint on his vehicle. Looks like he might have had it changed. I'm not sure. Looks lighter than it did before. If so, good for him. But we're going to talk to Officer Presley here, give him a copy, and make sure this goes in his file where it belongs, and make sure the chief didn't throw it away or completely ignore it like he did the very valid complaint that I turned in on some rights violations by other officers.
I was looking for you.
I heard you were looking for me, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't.
My mind's trouble right now. Like Good Samaritan wrote a letter about me and stuff like that.
Oh, they
Is
did?
that you?
Did you see it?
Yeah, I did.
Is this it?
I know it's still in my...
Well, that's your copy anyway.
Yeah.
I wanted to give this to you, and the reason I wanted to give that to you is because that's it.
Yeah,
you saw it?
yeah.
Okay. I don't want to be like, oh, thank you or anything like that. I just want to give you that copy because I want to make sure you got it, because I know it doesn't involve you, but I turned in some other things here, and the chief just completely ignored it. So I kind of figured, and he actually said, and he won't, if it's a complaint, he won't accept it if it comes from a person with a camera. So I was worried that a commendation, if it comes from a person with a camera, he'll just throw that away too. And I don't come out here. I don't come out here to start trouble, right? If somebody looks bad on the camera, it's because they made themselves look bad. Somebody looks good, it's because they made themselves look good. So I'm not out here to make people look stupid, or I'm not out here to stir shit. Right. I'm out here to expose bad, yeah, and educate, but highlight good too. Right. And I'm sure you've seen comments and everything like that. Yeah. You impress a lot of people, man. So people have a lot of respect for you because you're exactly what people want to see.
I appreciate it. I try my best every day I come out here.
Yeah, and I know, you do good things. People do bad things, and you hear about it all the time. But you do good things, you don't hear about it. And I understand how that works and everything. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that existed. I just want to make sure you could know, make sure that's in your file. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Yeah. All right, man. I appreciate you. I gotta go to the city clerk now. No, that's yours, man. I just want to make sure you had it.
Yep, thank you.
Take care, man.
So here is a copy of that officer commendation that I submitted for Officer Presley. So if you want to pause, zoom, screenshot, or however you want to read it, there's your opportunity. Unless you don't want to read it, then don't read it. And we'll have a look at this over a reminiscing glimpse of how we met Kyle, and his actions that day would prove to keep him running from his actions that day instead of facing them. He had only been a cop a few months at this point, and it's still honestly probably only 6 months right now. But stay tuned, more to come. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Twisted Luck Truth. I'll see you soon.